almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the Horathon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, to begin, is out of its goddamn mind. It is batshit insane. It's a crazy movie. Now, I think that there's a lot of hate that gets thrown at this movie because of the very deliberate lie that was sort of brought upon Halloween fans. In some of the initial trailers for this Halloween 3, they did nothing to tell you that this was not a Michael Myers Halloween movie. It's like, here comes Halloween 3, everybody. And initially, John Carpenter thought, well, let's get away from Michael Myers. Let's make this... We'll do another Halloween movie every year.
Which is not a bad idea, per se.
But we'll just do another horror movie from a new filmmaker, and it'll just be set on Halloween, and you know, we'll make us some money.
Yeah.
And the conceit was fine, but by this point, people wanted Michael Myers. And by the time they were about to release the movie, they knew people wanted Michael Myers, so they outright kind of lied. So people expecting to see a slasher movie came and watched this completely batshit crazy movie about some weird Irish Celtic cult and ground up pieces of Stonehenge and technology being mixed with supernatural.
Right, Stonehenge.
And robot people and people being changed into robots and madness.
Yes.
You would be forgiven to think that this movie was made by, on, and for cocaine. Like, wow. And in the middle of this, we have this 80s fixtures Tom Aikens, who I will always love because of Night of the Creeps.
Thrill me.
But I will never understand this man as a leading man or as like somebody that you would center a movie on. He seems to be like, in Night of the Creeps, he's a sideline character. He's like the guy with all the one-liners and hates his life and is sort of, see?
Yeah.
He works well there. But as like a romantic leading man, he's a prick. He's not likable. And this is the same sort of thing happens when they use him in The Fog, too.
Yeah.
He's this grumpy, shitty, irritable, prone to violence dude who we are supposed to like for some reason.
Yeah.
Who gets mixed up in some craziness.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's different. I'll give it that.
It's faint praise. We'll get to Tom. Why don't we start with Tom Atkins, or Atkins, I think is how you pronounce it. He's sort of, and I hate to say this, a poor man's version of Bruce Campbell, at least with his career trajectory. The thing is I think Bruce Campbell was sort of in on the joke. Yeah. Where I think Tom Atkins, at least I think, was trying to be serious. I don't know if it's an 80s thing, because at least at this point feminism was, alive and well at this point. But yeah, his character is very much a womanizing, kind of treating women like objects, man, to quote the Big Lebowski.
But you're not making another slasher movie, but you're making another movie for that audience. And considering that, almost all of the decisions being made here are confusing to me. I don't understand this guy as our leading man. I don't it's a movie about a bunch of people in their 40s, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. You can do that. You can make movies about whoever. But I mean, how different it was from the other Halloween movies.
Yeah.
And the robots. I don't know why the robots really trouble me. It's this sci-fi horror schmozzle. The movie's a mess. It's directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who's a longtime collaborator, worker with...
I think this is his only movie he directed. I could be wrong.
He's got a lengthy film credit.
Really?
But, he did Fright Night too, but for me, I'll always love him.
He did, that's right.
I will always love him for directing the TV miniseries of It.
Oh, right. You know what? Shame on me for forgetting that.
No, he's got a fairly significant catalog, but this was his first movie. I think.
That's right. It was.
Anyway, I have a soft spot for him because his name shows up in movies I like.
Yeah.
Not counting this one, his name shows up in movies that I like.
Yeah.
I would love to tell you that I was part of the sort of revisionist history crowd who says well, I hated this movie when it first came out because it wasn't what I wanted it to be, but now I've discovered it to be a quietly brilliant, forgotten gem of the 80s.
Yeah.
No.
It's
not even so bad it's good. It's just like, it's a tough slog. Like I said, that cocaine thing wasn't just me being glib.
Yeah.
Like, there's something a little unhinged about the movie.
Yeah, the script really lets this movie down, and the decisions made by, I think, Tommy Lee Wallace is his name?
Yeah.
That really, really send this movie off the hinges. Even getting back to our lead character, the fact that he's this openly womanizer, and it's strongly hinted at even at the beginning.
Cheating on his wife.
That he's cheating, on his wife in the movie, and is going to most likely was going to plan on cheat on his wife with that, not that nurse, the person,
the other woman who ends up turning into a robot.
I mean, she sleeps with he sleeps with her, but the woman at the morgue who's dissecting this robot, she doesn't know what
flirty with.
Yeah, they even said, why don't take me out for a drink and meet up later. So if none of that stuff had happened with the town and the robots, most likely he would have gone to have slept with this woman while his wife is at home with the two kids who clearly is unhappy with him, and
he just generally seems quietly annoyed with everybody around him all of this.
Yeah.
Even whether or not they deserve it.
That's true. Yeah, he sort of comes across like, I'm smarter than all of you, and I'm gonna quietly sort of just disdainly show it.
I got a here's an obscure reference for you. I got a Mitchell vibe off of him.
Nice.
Mitchell.
Nice.
Like, our leading man is our leading man for just some arbitrary reason. The camera fell out of the sky and landed on this dude.
They should have done it with that theme song, Happy, Happy Halloween, Mitchell.
And if I thought that the movie was smarter, I would say that they made all these decisions to set him up for a fall, because, spoilers, he does not rescue the maiden fair, and he does not necessarily succeed entirely at the end. He foils the plan and kills. He foils the plan. And
He kills our villain, our antagonist. Yeah.
He kills a lot of the bad guys. Foils the plan, but a lot of kids have their heads melted into bugs and snakes. Have we mentioned this?
Yeah.
That the plaster man of this evil dude is to have all the kids that buy his Halloween masks
Have you even mentioned the
these
plot?
Horrible deaths.
Have you mentioned the plot of this
I tried
movie?
to mention the plot at the very beginning, but it was the broad strokes. It's a toy manufacturer warlock, right? He's a warlock.
Yes. Hence the season of the witch.
Yeah,
I guess.
has these ground pieces of Stonehenge that he uses to put into the making of these masks, and that on Halloween night when he airs this commercial will kill all of the kids that are wearing the mask, and then somehow victory and profit, right? I don't know what I don't.
Do you remember his motivation for why? I think it was like he wanted to sacrifice a whole bunch of children.
Halloween was not being taken seriously, and this would be a way to make Halloween will never be the same thing after this night, right? Where all these kids were killed.
Yeah.
Right. So it would no longer be a celebration. It would be a time of mourning. Maybe that I couldn't 100% get behind it, and all the robot henchmen really bothered me.
Well, here's the thing about that, and for people, Halloween 3.
I failed at telling you the plot because the plot is a convoluted mess.
Yeah, Halloween 3 is not a knife movie; it's a pod movie. What Tommy Lee Wallace wanted to do was Don Siegel's Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
which, by his own admission, is one of his favorite movies.
Yeah, and even the clues to that is even the town in which our two heroes end up at. I think the name was Santa Maria, which was the fictional town used in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
They're coming.
And then, let's get to the ending for a second. And at that point, it's just comedically bad, where we have Tom Aitken screaming, "Stop it! Stop it already! Stop playing it! Turn it off! Stop it!"
Which is how we all feel at this point. We're
yes.
all on the same page.
We're secretly saying, "Turn this piece of shit off." That's also a big homage to the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where we have not Andrew McCarthy. Is it Kevin McCarthy?
I want to say Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, the actor from the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think you're right about that. The original actor from the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, for if people who have not seen that movie, is running in the streets,
Warning
in public.
people.
They're coming. They're coming.
They've already taken over his entire town, and now they're on the way.
So
to
now there's
shooting.
that big homage. But yes, the robots, they're supposed to be pod people. The fact that people are being turned into robots, that's a big tip of the hand to Invasions of the Body Snatchers, and that's what Halloween 3 really is. It's a pod movie.
But when I say this out loud, like, he fails to get all the broadcasts to stop on some of the channels. So, like, let's say several 100,000 children were killed at the end of that movie at a minimum, right?
Yeah.
And he failed. Like, that's a brutal ending. But it's kind of, in air quotes, a bold ending, right? It was like, you wouldn't have anticipated that. Some of the decisions they made, I didn't agree with, but, like, they were counterintuitive and kind of gutsy.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yes.
But gutsy.
Yeah, see, someone didn't speak up during the, the production meetings, the pre-production meetings. I think even the writing of it, and kind of went, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Okay, first of all, I'll get to Stonehenge in a second, but I want to talk about the ending, that sort of twist where our heroine, who's the actor name escapes me,
she's a robot. That makes
she's a robot.
No sense.
So not at all. So let me get this straight. She helps him escape, kill our villain essentially, kill other robots in the process of escaping, only to try and strangle him when they're safely away from the the burning factory, which she was held captive in.
Nope.
If I was a robot and supposed to stop our hero,
they've been established as being incredibly strong. She could snap his neck like a toothpick, no problem.
when they're up on the rafters, or whatever, or just sort of flip him over and he falls to his death. Why wait until basically everything is destroyed? And
if I cared more, I'd go back and see was she switched at some point. But I don't care enough to go back. But
we're meant to think that when she's lying on the table with all the straps, that she's a robot and she's basically sort of this Venus flytrap and waiting for her hero. But at that point, if that was true, why not the second he turns his back when she's up, snap at the neck? That doesn't make sense.
One thing, which was a good bad scene for me, counterbalanced with a really uncomfortable, awful sex scene going on. This sort of loudmouth woman in the next room starts fucking around with the tech on one of these masks, and lasers herself in the face in a really sort of cheesy 80s effect. That effect isn't really that impressive, but her laying there with her charred, burning face, boiling bugs out of her, while her body screams, or while the body sort of twitches and kicks, and she has this prolonged, awful death. And the death that we see of the little boy in the pumpkin mask in the control test room, it is fucked up. Like, that is fucking hardcore. And it's a little kid. Like, again, bold decision. Not sure if I'm on board.
No, I mean, those little things work. The other thing that I would have gone, whoa, is this doesn't work, is how in sweet Zeus's butthole would you have gotten to Stonehenge, literally lifted these, at least 3 pieces of boulder rock?
Dude, he's a warlock.
Like,
I answer warlock.
Really? I would have paid to see that movie. Let it be Halloween 3, The Great Escape of Stonehenge, where these guys somehow drug the bodyguards guarding Stonehenge, have a giant cloth over this thing and somehow get it out of where is Stonehenge originally? Is it Greece?
No, it's in England.
It's in England, but somehow they managed to steal a big portion of Stonehenge and get it inside this small town in America. That is utterly insane. But
it's not the only thing.
No, and that's the sad thing. But it's one of those decisions where I'm like, what? And then it comes alive and fries the head and brain of our villain at some point. Yeah, at that point I'm like, no.
I think that we've well expressed. Like, I'm going to end where I started.
Yeah.
This movie is out of its goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I can't even say good, bad, ugly. I mean, I don't recommend it. I don't apologize for it. I don't have this revised version of it. I'm not hard on it because it's not a Michael Myers movie. I'm hard on it because it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
And I could have the argument with you that it isn't, but I don't think you're going to convince me.
No.